Hi everyone, today's November 27, 2014, and have a happy Thanksgiving Day. Wish you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving Day. I'm at my front yard, and what you're looking at all is the passion fruit vine. So far, it covers pretty much the entire front yard. Now today I want to talk about one of the wildflower, California flowers, the poppy, and I'm working on some of this landscaping, little border here on the side of on the front of my house. So then when I work the soil, amend the soil, you can see here, all this flower just sprung up like crazy. So last year I planted a whole bunch of these flowers. I believe I planted four or five variety, purple, red, yellow, red, orange, whatever, pink. And then they reseeded themselves, and when I work the soil, like I say, they are sprung up and grow like crazy. There are probably hundreds and thousands of them here. I do need to thin them out a bit to allow them to move around, give them a little more space, and also give the other flowers a little bit more space to grow. Then you ask me, why don't I just transplant them somewhere else? Well, there's a problem with transplanting wildflowers, and especially poppy flowers. From my experience, okay, this is really from my experience, the transplanting part is very difficult. This type of flower do not like to be touched at all. They don't like to be touched. They just don't like to be transplanted. So when you dig them up, and if you could dig them up, try and dig up the entire piece of soil, huge chunks of soil, without even disturbing the roots. If you touch the roots, they will not survive, most of the time, from my experience. So then again, I have to sacrifice a lot of them. Many of them I have to thin them out. And that's okay, I have hundreds and thousands of them here. It's not a big deal. So here, let me show you another area. So along this border here, it was all flowers from last season. And as soon as I worked the soil, they all sprung up. And here's a really good example here. So the strawberry here, I planted this over a month or 2 months ago. I transplanted some strawberry here. So I'd mend the soil, and guess what? Look at all these flowers comes up. Look at this. So I have to thin them out. Like I say, this is a tough call. Otherwise the strawberry will be pretty much overwhelmed by the flowers. And the flower will do extremely well because of a lot of moisture here. Even though the flowers are kind of drought, tolerant, drought resistant. They can stand the drought, they can stand the heat. But if they have good condition or even better condition, they will grow like crazy. So here's one example. Let me just remove one of this and show you guys the root system. And this is how the root system looks. So this is the plant. The root is about the same size and length of the plant itself. So this is only 4 inches. And eventually the root will go to 12, maybe to 14 inches deep below the soil line. So just like a carrot stick, right? It's a straight down. And that's how they survive, by pulling up, by digging themselves deep underground, so they can survive the lack of moisture. Okay, so like I said, they don't like to be transplanted, and that's just the way it is. And I eventually have to sacrifice a whole bunch of these flowers, and that's just the way it is. Okay, if you have a comment, please post a comment for me, and thank you for watching, and have a happy Thanksgiving holiday. Please subscribe.